to Truro, where the Boston beaches provides a great walk and views that are breathtaking. From the east summit of Bearberry Hill, you can see the never-ending Atlantic Ocean, the Permet River Valley, and the former cranberry farm where you can walk and see the old bog house. Bearberry Hill got its name for the iconic ground cover that blankets part of the Outer Cape. It overlooks popular Boston Beach and the marshy headwaters of the Permet River. The bog house was built in the 1830s and is restored by the great people of the Cape Cod National Seashore. Bearberry is also known as the Hog of Cranberry because of the red berries that are good to eat and other berries that can be found on the hillside and beside the trail. On October 31st, 1991, waves created by the combination of Hurricane Grace and a nor'easter that was known as the Perfect Storm blasted a 100-foot hole in the dune. This started to create an island out of most of the Truro and all of Provincetown.
So do you come here often, or do you live around here?
No, this was my first time down here. The sun was out, it was beautiful, and so I just asked my friend to stop the car, and I ran down to see what it was, and it's gorgeous. It's better than I thought it was going to be.
And what do you like the most about the area since you've just come down here?
Well, it's springtime right now, so like there's all these greens that are just bursting all over the place. It's like the life energy is just pouring out of the soil, and then there's the crashing waves, and just everything's coming alive. And certainly post-pandemic, it's just so inspiring to see that nature goes on and on, even though human beings might just be sort of, we're part of nature, but nature's bigger than all of us, so it makes me feel good to be here.
What's your favorite thing to do when you come up here?
My favorite thing to do when I come up here is definitely, there's a little wooden spot where there's a bench and the view is just absolutely amazing. It's definitely just a clear place to think.
Would you consider this place a Cape Cod gem?
I definitely would, because the views and the paths are just absolutely amazing, especially in the spring and summer and fall time. Like, it's just the most incredible walk and the best views.
This place is considered a Cape Cod gem for many reasons. For some students in Monomoy, this place is filled with memories from the time we were 5th graders. When we were younger, we spent a week up here at the Environmental Education Center and did many activities such as the night we experienced bioluminescence at the beach. Also, the hike through the Permet Trail rewards you with nice views and is a place away from crowds for people who like to be in their own space. The wooded areas are nice and quiet and filled with sounds of birds, making the scenery peaceful. Nothing on the Cape beats a stroll to the summit of Truro's Bearberry Hill, the beach with towering dunes, followed by a visit to the historic bog house.
Hello, I'm Joseph Ganella. I'm doing a school project today for Monomoy about hidden gems and places across the Cape. In South Chatham, next to a small pie shop, you will read a road off to the side that reads Ridgevale. Down this road of long twists and turns, you will find a beautiful beach, Ridgevale Beach. You get a stunning view of the Atlantic Ocean. There are multiple bridges that will lead you to parts of the beach. Down below, where you can see creeks that kids or adults can relax in while the sun shines on you.
It's just a tad windy out today. What's your name?
Barry.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Barry.
Barry, okay. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
So you live around here?
Yes.
Yes? Yeah. How long?
Oh, 45 years?
45 years?
Yes.
How long have you known about Ridgevale?
I guess about 45 years.
45 years?
Yeah.
You live in Chatham?
Yes.
There are 2 parking lots where you can vibe out and read a book and still get views of the sunset.
Yeah, Ridgevale's a cool bay. It's great for families and stuff like that. The kids play in the river.
Yeah, exactly. And it's just already such an amazing area.
Yeah.
Even with COVID taking some of the joy about going to the beach, activities such as playing sports and having all your friends around, you can still enjoy maybe the empty peace while you read a book near the dune.
What's your name?
Michael.
Michael? How long have you known about Ridgevale?
I've lived here for 15 years.
15 years?
15 years.
I'm guessing you live in the Chatham area?
Yes, right up there.
Oh, yeah. On this road?
Yep.
How long have you, well, I'm guessing you lived here your whole life, but
No, I lived in Massachusetts pretty much my whole life, and then 15 years ago I bought something here, and yeah.
What do you enjoy most about the area?
This beach is like really diverse in what it has. Like it isn't just like a strip of sand.
Yeah. There's
there's
areas for kids to play.
Yep. I mean, actually, the kids are all grown now, but you did have. It is a perfect beach because you do have, this inner river here that you can put the kids on.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it. But even out on the ocean side, it stays shallow for a real long way going out.
To Ridgevale because it's it's at the end of this road. It almost seems kind of more like secured and like just like off to the side, like, oh, this is our area. you tourists can get out of here. But
there's plenty of tourists in the neighborhood.
Oh yeah, and it's about to get a lot more worse.
I think it's gonna be a busy summer.
Thank you so much, Michael.
Welcome to Cape Rep Theater, a fantastically run, high-quality playhouse tucked away in Brewster, Massachusetts. Although I've only had a relatively short personal history with the theater myself, I can strongly say that this place is more than just a stage. Between their 35 years of service, multitude of extensive free professional programs, and wonderfully talented staff, Cape Rep feels more like a home to its actors and patrons alike. To gain more insight into how the theater is run and how it has had to adapt with recent times, I'll go now to Cape Rep's owners and operators. This is Janine Perry, producing artistic director at Cape Rep and one of its senior acting members. She is here today to give some background on the theater and its history.
My name is Janine Perry, and I'm producing artistic director of Cape Rep Theater. The theater company was founded in 1986 by Bob Troy of Eastham. He wanted to create a professional theater for local people. And so ever since then, we've evolved all around that primary mission. 1991, Bob came to me and said, I'd like to talk to you about getting permission to use the property that Nickerson State Park recently acquired. So I told him, what a crazy idea. Who would want to give public lands to a theater company with no money? But I wrote a letter for him, and in 2 days they wrote back, we love your idea. So here we are, about 30 years later, on the property that was formerly Camp Monomoy. And the remnants of that camp are Cape Cod Sea Camps down the street. And since they're soon to close, we are the living memory of what that camp was so many years ago. And that's a little bit about the history of the theater.
From sprawling fields, forested outdoor theaters, to cozy workrooms and stages, Cape Rep has a multitude of environments to keep a visitor's experience fresh and memorable. But none of that would matter if not for the mainstay of this establishment, the plays. To shed some insight onto the important productions of stage performances here at Cape Rep are Mara Hanlon and Julie Hamilton.
Sure, I'm Mara Hanlon and I'm the Associate Artistic Director.
I'm Julie Allen Hamilton and I'm an Associate Artist.
Oh, for me, it's really the community. This is a remarkable family of artists and people, and the relationships go beyond the campus, and they go beyond rehearsal, and they go beyond the building. This is really it's just really a big family.
I love this campus. I have this almost spiritual connection to this place. I work in the box office a lot, and when I stand there, I stare at that amazing barn out over the lawn, and we work in this outdoor theater. It's just, I feel lucky that I get to work in this environment.
It really is my artistic home. I have the possibility of doing anything that I really feel compelled to do. It's a company of artists, so we're a theater run by artists, and Janine is remarkable in giving us the ability to be creative and pursue the passions that we feel.
What do you think makes your theater stand out from the rest?
We still do big plays with big casts on big sets, and the economics of theater now has made it really, really difficult for theater companies to produce plays with enormous casts. We're a professional theater, so everybody's paid, and that's expensive. So it's really a gift to be able to do massive plays with big groups of people at a time where the economy is forcing people to do tiny little plays with 2 or 3 or 4 people on unit sets that don't do anything. We're still about the magic of theater, and that's a thrilling thing for us as a campus. Our commitment to making professional opportunities for people who live here is unlike anybody else's mission, and that even includes new work. We are all about producing new work. We're really passionate about the work of local artists and local playwrights, and even playwrights, regional playwrights. So new work and big stuff.
And the community, I think.
Yeah.
You know, the fact that we have a community of local artists and artists from away, but we tend to bring people back again. And so I'm not sure that other theaters have that ability.
That ability to bring people in from away, to be able to tell a story that we couldn't tell without bringing in someone else, is really wonderful, because it expands the family out nationally, but it also expands those relationships for people working here. So they'll go off and work with other people in other places. The people that come back again and again, and it really is a wonderful explosion of creative talent that works here.
Of course, to keep these performances afloat, the stage must be furnished to fit the bill of the story. This is made possible via a sprawling workshop directly behind the stage. Art Divine, one of the biggest driving forces behind hands-on work on the premises, helped construct this incredible workshop and the many sets it has been responsible for.
My name is Art Divine. I am a general theater artist, I guess you could say. My whole social network is my extended theater community. All my friends, practically, that's what I love about it, is the people and the patrons. I have become close to so many people that come here year after year to see our plays. A lot of people are introverts, and so with COVID, they were like, yeah, nothing's changed. I'm still, in my bunker with my shades pulled down. I'm completely opposite. I need people. I want to be around people, and theater allows me to be with the most creative, wonderful, funny, smart people, and I haven't had that, so that's been hard. We were just a small community theater of volunteers, just like any other community theater. Let's put on a play, sort of thing. And if you just keep using the same people in the same community over and over and over again, you start getting kind of myopic as far as your artistic vision. We never were satisfied with that, so we were always raising our bar of excellence and what we wanted, challenging ourselves with big plays. So that meant we brought in people from outside that were smarter than us and who are professionals. If you don't have that influx of new people, you can't grow. What's special about us is the people that we have brought in from outside, mixed with the incredibly talented people here that are just gifted artists, and put them all together, and it's like a stew of creativity. We can do shows like The Tuna Goddess, and Jerusalem, and all these wonderful productions that we've done over the years, and we've learned from each other. And so I think that's what makes us special. As a set person, I think what makes me happy is to have the shop right off the stage.
Yeah. No,
that's special.
That seems like a little bit of an upside.
Yeah.
I can personally speak on one of Cape Rep's programs, The Young Company. Established in 2017, The Young Company is a free annual program that is offered to grades 8 through 12 to learn in a professional acting environment. I joined myself in 2018, and I can strongly say that it has been one of the most enriching experiences in my creative life. Not only have I met some truly talented peers, but I have also received some absolutely amazing acting education for free. I would say that The Young Company is my personal reason why Cape Rep Theater is a hidden gem of Cape Cod.
Everyone who has visited Cape Cod knows about the great beaches and the shops on Main Street in every town. But the hidden gems you can truly find what makes the Cape a great place to be. One of my favorites is the Wing Trail in Brewster. Wing Trail is a 2.1 mile out and back trail. It is a very easy trail to walk, with not many hills or difficult areas to traverse. It is a great gem due to its uniqueness. It has marshes, forests, and beaches all in one. We start here at the marshes. You can see off into the distance an osprey nest. Ospreys' main diet consists of small fish, which is why they like to hang around by the marshes. Also around here, there is a lot of mosquitoes. These blue boxes are used to exterminate them in some of the area. While on the path, you have a great view of the rest of the marsh, and you can see some of the ocean, which we will visit later. Next, we enter Wing Island. Believe it or not, the forest section is technically an island, as the water can be filled in all the marshes when it is a high tide. Wing Island in the 1920s was actually mostly grasslands after many of the trees were cut down, but over time, the forest grew back. Now we approach Sakamia's calendar. The stones are arranged in a pattern similar to how the Native Americans would have made a sundial. It is a really cool landmark to go see. We break away from the forest and now we head down to the beach. From back here, we have a great view of the shoreline in the marshlands where we were before. We keep walking forward and we can start seeing more of the ocean and the dunes between. Off into the distance, we see some seagulls on a sandbar relaxing in the sun. Also, across the water, there is more beach where in the summer you will see people driving on it. It's a lower tide, which means we can walk a little farther out. Here in the streams, you can see many different shells and other rocks and stuff like that. We also can see a devil's purse or a mermaid's purse. These are interesting little things. They're egg capsules for skates, which are similar to rays. My first question for you is, when was your first time visiting here?
Well, I've been down on the Cape for 26 years, came from Worcester, working here. Once the kids were born, we went down that area and wanted to go to the beach area, and it was a great walk.
What was your favorite part of the walk?
Well, we've gone down there multiple times, and the best part of walking there was once we got to the water. When it was low tide, you could go in and check, see if there's anything in the area. So we enjoyed doing that.
Cape Cod is filled with gems like this. If you have a chance, the Wing Trail is an excellent walking path to explore. But the rest of the Cape is full of places to explore, and most of the time, the gems are actually better than the well-known places. So go out and find your own gem to see.
Dennis Indian Lands are a series of trails parallel to the bike path in South Dennis off Old Bass River Road, right next to the former Town Hall building. In the Dennis Indian Lands, there are trails, rivers, forests, beaches, and tons of areas to explore. Its beautiful theme and breathtaking forest make this the perfect place for walking dogs, taking hikes, bike riding, and much more. Bass River is a very popular boating spot on the south side of the Cape, and the Dennis Indian Lands are right there, giving you a stunning view of the river where you can see boats go by. Apart from the water, there are an incredible forest with stunning wildlife. The Indian Lands were resided on by Indians as late as 1788, and upon this 25-acre landscape, there were plenty of areas for fish, shellfish, and shelter in the forest. There was a railroad put in for commercial use and eventually opened the train to the public. Since then, the rail trail has been taken down and has now been renovated to fit into the Cape Cod bike path. Half a mile in on the bike path from the start of the Indian Lands, there is a bridge crossing Bass River where people take walks, ride their bikes, and admire the view. We asked a few people why they love the Indian Lands, and this is what they had to say.
Oh, I've been coming here as long as I can remember. My mom used to bring me here when I was a little girl. I actually grew up in Dennis, and so it's always been special to me. And one of the best memories I have is my mom got tickets on the very last train ride out of here before they shut down the train tracks to make the bike path. So that was really cool. We got to ride the train and we went down over the train bridge, over the canal and back, and it was just an awesome experience. I think I was like 8 years old or something.
What's also like about the Indian Lands, you got trails you can run on, some nice pretty cliffs right on the vast river, and like you can even take boats by there too. It's also just a really cool area of all like the, because it's a nature preserve. We've got all the different like ecosystems, like marshes and forests and all different types of life forms.
Really my whole life. I don't remember a time where I didn't know these trails and come here. But what's fun is even when you know the place, it's always changing, it's always different. It changes with the seasons, it changes with the time of day, the light is beautiful.
Cape Cod, and I've been walking out there with someone's dog or another for all my life. Well, it's close to home, and I can come over here with friends a lot. You've got tons of trees that I like to climb, and it's also just like a nice quick loop. So it's not like, you know, too long, but you can still do it in, you know, pretty much like an hour's time.
It's a great place to walk the dogs. It's really dog friendly and all the people are nice, and you know, my dog sort of has friends here that she meets when we're here. In the springtime it's fun to come and look for the lady slippers, and then in the fall you get the beautiful fall colors of all the plants changing color.
The Indian Lands are a wonderful spot to visit. I highly recommend you do. Hang open and wonder as you behold the greatest scenery the Cape has to offer. Right on the Indian Lands there are fishing areas, boats, beaches, everything you can imagine. Now I recommend you come back. The question is, when will I see the lake?
Seaside Links is a small golf course here in Chatham, and it's one of the most overlooked courses on Cape Cod. Experienced golfers are quick to turn up their nose because it's a public, 9-hole course, but Seaside Links is a great place to play for everyone, ranging from novice players to seasoned professionals. The links play is different than a lot of other courses here. The open fairways and rolling hills are not something you see very often on the Cape, and this forces a different, more creative play style.
I'd say this course is the Cape Cod Gems. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, probably for multiple reasons. One is it's probably the cheapest 9 holes of golf you're going to play anywhere on Cape Cod. I've worked here for 7 years now, and each year Johnson Golf continues to make upgrades and improvements to the course. I learned to play on this course probably 35 to 40 years ago. My dad used to work here for 10 years, so.
Experienced players will have a good time if they're looking for a more relaxed game where they can flex their skills. Since it's open to the public and not very expensive, it's also a great place for beginners to hone their skills.
How long has the course been operating?
According to what's on my hat here, I believe it says, it doesn't say, but 1895? That's a long time ago.
Seaside Links has beautiful ocean views that will remind you not to get wound up on a bad round and just go with the flow.
If you're hankering for a bite to eat after your round, Main Street Chatham is a short walk away from the starting tee, where you'll find some of the finest dining on the Cape. The staff is friendly and understanding and will do anything to make sure you have an exceptional golfing experience. All of these things make Chatham Seaside Links a Cape Cod gem.
You guys members here at Seaside Links?
We are. We are members.
How long have you been golfing here?
A month.
That's very awesome. I'm here because I think Seaside Links is like a hidden gem here on Cape Cod. Would you guys agree with that?
Yes,
1,000%.
It's fabulous.
Yes.
And what makes it a hidden
We
gem?
don't really want it to get out there though, and I'm going to hold you fully responsible for ruining the hidden gem that it is.
It's in great shape. It's beautiful. It's it's Chatham Bar's Inn. It's public. It's fantastic.
It has views that you can't.
And as you get older, 9 holes is just enough. Ridiculous.
Even I think 9 holes is plenty.
Whether you're looking to swing a golf club for the first time or go for a new course record, Seaside Links is the place to be. You can finish your round in under 2 hours and still have time to enjoy the rest of Chatham. Seaside is family friendly, so bring the kids. I've been to the links hundreds of times. The question is, when will I see you there?
My Cape Cod gem is Nauset Beach. This isn't just Nauset Beach, it's the off-road beach located to the south of the main beach. This beach stretches 5 miles from Orleans to Chatham and requires a 4-wheel drive vehicle along with a permit sticker. Because of the permit sticker and the ongoing list of supplies needed, such as a shovel, board, tire gauge, tow rope, appropriate size tires, and more, this beach is mostly occupied by locals. This is a great spot to hang out if you have a full beach day, as it is a long trip to air down and drive out. It is very easy to get stuck in the sand on this beach. That is why the 15-mile-per-hour speed limit is enforced by the beach patrol, and air down is also enforced. If cars do not air down their tires enough, they have a higher risk of getting stuck, but also messing up the roads for later travelers. It is very important to drive slowly to keep the ruts in the road to a minimum because these bumps greatly affect how easy campers are able to drive out. Throughout the year, Nauset will continue to update their regulations on beach times. The beginning of the season, June through July, Nauset is typically closed to allow the piping plovers to hatch. Then, typically in August, the beach will open back up but have specific times you are allowed to enter and leave the beach. This phase of reopening also includes an escort. This is someone the age of 16 or older that at certain parts of the trail has to get out and walk in front of the vehicle and watch out for piping plovers. Then, normally by the end of August, all these restrictions are lifted and you can come and go whenever you would like. This makes late August and September the best times to head out on Nauset.
Hi, my name is Jake Burney and I'm a junior at Monomoy. I really like Nauset Beach because it's one of the only beaches on Cape Cod that you can drive on, and it's beautiful. I come out here with my friends a lot during the summer, play cornhole and spike ball, go swimming. But you gotta watch out for the sharks. It's really easy to get stuck. Like right over there, there's a car that's struggling to get up the road. Overall, I really like Nauset because it's super unique and there's not many places on earth where you get to do stuff like this.
I love Nauset Beach because when I'm out there, I get my family to myself. I get picture-perfect sunrises and great fishing and great surf.
Nauset Outer Beach is my Cape Cod gem because it is very special to me. I grew up camping on this beach every weekend of the summer. Even last year during COVID, my family and I spent some weekends in April and May out there. I've made so many lifelong friendships and memories on this beach, and I hope everybody gets a chance to head out there at least once.